outside the Wind Creek Casino. Looking nice. You can fight cancer and you might even get some cool auction items while you're doing it. The American Cancer Society's Vintage Affair Gala is going virtual this year because of COVID-19, and Devin Walsh is here to tell us all about it. It is still really important, maybe even more so right now with so many fundraising obstacles in the mix to support organizations like the American Cancer Society. Devin.
Absolutely, Cherish. The American Cancer Society has done so much for people battling cancer, including for a man named Jeb Shell. He grew up in Mobile. He has stage 4 colon cancer, and he is quick to thank the American Cancer Society for part of his treatment. Jeb Shell appreciates the little things more often these days, like hanging out in the backyard with his wife Emily, daughter Kit, and son John.
There's a little bit of breeze.
He's trying to stay positive, despite being diagnosed with stage 4 colon cancer a few years ago at the age of 41.
It definitely was a shock. It's not something anybody wants to hear. You kind of rally around, you get together, you know, you hug and you cry and you get over it, but then ultimately, you've got to have faith that God's got you in his hands and he's going to take care of it.
After undergoing chemo, radiation, and surgery, Shell just got the bad news. The cancer was found in his lungs. However, with his attack attitude, doctors just performed surgery to remove it.
You got to fight. You got to look cancer straight in the eye and say, I'm going to whip your butt.
Jeb is the featured speaker for the American Cancer Society's Vintage Affair fundraiser. He was happy to encourage people to give to the organization.
Some of the treatment that I got was possible through donations to the Cancer Society. They knew specifically what type of chemo to throw at my cancer because of the research that had happened, and the research is possible because of the American Cancer Society.
Kathy O'Neill with the American Cancer Society says 2020 has been a challenge.
And for the first time ever in history, our research budget is in jeopardy. So it is more important than ever for people to continue to support the American Cancer Society, dig a little bit deeper. No donation is too small, and help us in the fight against cancer.
Shell says he wants to take this opportunity to encourage people to get their colonoscopy.
One night of uncomfortableness for a colonoscopy is no exchange for the 2 years that my family has gone through what they've gone through.
He still has a lot of fight left in him and plenty of prayers from friends and family to keep him strong. With photojournalist Jason Garcia, I'm Devin Walsh, WKRG News 5. And together we can help fight cancer. It is the American Cancer Society's Vintage Affair Gala coming up this Sunday. It has a virtual auction, as we mentioned. It begins at 4:30 and ends at 6 o'clock Sunday night.
To help people like Jeb, and Devin and I were talking. So Devin, you have a connection. I could tell you have a connection to this story and Jeb.
Yes, absolutely. The American Cancer Society told me that Jeb was the featured speaker this year. And I thought, oh my goodness, I went to high school at McGill-Tulin with Jeb. And actually, we went to a dance together.
Aww.
So, you know, we've just known each other for years. And all of us have been so heartbroken over his diagnosis and certainly so inspired by the fact that he is speaking about it.
And he is so young, only 41 years old. So was it hard for him to share his story?
Yes, so he was diagnosed at 41. Now he's 43. I'm 43 too. And boy, I tell you what, though, he was not hesitant at all to talk about his cancer. He wants to help as many people as he can. He says, get your colonoscopy. We've talked about this. If anybody has any symptoms out there, do not hesitate. Do not put it off.
You both look great, by the way, you and Jeb. Thanks, Devin.